Hey guys, it's Deb Rayleigh. You guys might know me as Pocket Deb. And I just wanted to jump on here real quick and give you a little bit of encouragement and then a couple of ideas that might help you with your business on Facebook. So you may or may not have realized, but last week there was an announcement that came out from Facebook that talked about some big sweeping changes that will be coming up with Facebook specifically for businesses over the next couple of weeks. And when the announcement first came out, talking about the algorithm changes and how it might impact the organic reach that businesses experience on Facebook, the initial reaction was a sweeping panic. And I want to just remind everyone, we are not chasing thousands and thousands and thousands of people like these big companies are. We are really trying to keep it personal and focusing on a very specific niche that you have, and we're all in a different group, so we're all dealing with different demographics of people all the time. So you're really focusing on a smaller number. You're focusing on hostesses, whatever your number of hostesses that you're looking for each year, and customers, and how many people can you realistically serve well throughout a year. So we're not talking about thousands of people, we're talking about hundreds. We're talking about a much smaller number. And I want to encourage you to really focus, put some blinders on, and focus on the conversations that you're having with these people. Be intentional, have a plan, and think beyond the post. What is the purpose of the post, and how are you going to get the post that you're putting out there to work to continue to gather information so that you're consistently delivering products these people are interested in seeing, serving them in a way that is addressing their concerns or addressing their questions, or answering the unknown for them. So when you kind of can get a good pulse on your audience, it really helps to craft your message. So when I say that, people will often say, okay, well, I have this VIP group and I have this business page and no one is participating. Well, I want to show you a few things on Facebook that might either give you some aha moments to make you realize, oh yeah, that might make some sense, and a few little ideas here of some things to make some adjustments with or tweaks so that we can, resuscitate or provide some CPR to those people in our groups or on our business pages to remind them, hey, I need you over here participating with me. Because again, when you continue to be authentic and you craft your message consistently and with a great strategy in mind, you can really find some great success here on the social media platform. But the more important thing is you will stay in communication and stay in relationship with that audience and continue to build that dynamic, which can result in a nice business relationship. So I want to give you that encouragement. Don't be in despair. And I also want to remind you, your business page, it is really a great place to be the library of your business, where it can stockhold all sorts of things. Videos, albums. You can have a shop set up there that can link to your Premier Designs website. You can have testimonials there, a pseudo blog, if you will, in your notes section. There's all sorts of things that your business page can handle for you that you can then share from your business page into those VIP groups, or share over to a event that you're having, or share to your personal page. And by doing that, that keeps you in compliance with the policies of Facebook of making sure that we are running business on a business platform and then sharing it accordingly. So I want to encourage you to just keep focusing on that business page. Now, let me show you a few things in Facebook that might warrant a little attention and might help you resurrect some of those people who've been dormant for a while. Let's get started, okay? All right, so one of the first things I want to show you are lists. And here on the left-hand side, when you first log into Facebook, on the left-hand side, if you go down, you're going to see a line item that says Friend Lists. So if you click on this, you'll see you are able to customize and create some very personal lists. And what I love about these lists, instead of when I create a post on my personal timeline for friends, that means anyone who is my friend, jeweler, non-jeweler, males, females, anyone who is my friend sees it. But from time to time, I really want to see what's going on with certain groups of people. And when we have something like a new product launch, my feed starts really filling up with all kinds of jeweler activity because they're so excited, and I've been engaged with them, so everything is showing up on my feed from jewelers, but I start to miss out on what's going on with my friends. And what happens with this algorithm is if we stop interacting and engaging with people on Facebook, it will keep us as friends. However, the content will be tagged in a way as being unnecessary, so it won't show up in my newsfeed. That doesn't mean the person is not posting it. It just means my lack of interaction with that person has told the algorithm it's not a valued relationship, so no need to bother with tying up my newsfeed. So when I separate my friends, and I shouldn't say separate, when I create lists, customize lists, and I put people in them. For example, I have a list that says friends, no jewelers. So if I'm making a business related post about joining my VIP group or a sample sale that I'm going to have, I will make that on my personal timeline, but the audience will be set to friends, no jewelers. So that way I will have a better handle on how effective that post is, because the people commenting and responding would only be people who are not jewelers. If I'm making a post that is maybe about Pocket Deb or something about does anybody know, and asking a question, I don't necessarily want my friends to see that. I only want jewelers to see it. So I've put those people in a list called PD Jewelers. And you can see how I've kind of broken up and so I've got one here that's called Guys. There's going to be a Valentine's Day event that I'm planning coming up, so I'll be making a post and addressing it only to the guys. So it's nice having my friends sorted, and they can be in multiple lists, which is fine. But it's nice having them sorted because not only can I target my postings, but if I feel like, gosh, I haven't seen anything from my friends, instead of having to scroll, if I just click on my list, like if I click on, let's say I clicked on PD Jewelers, then my newsfeed now is only showing anything that has been posted by a jeweler, okay? If I change that list view to, let's see, if I want to say guys, let's see what the guys are up to, then it's only going to be the guys, the people that I've flagged as guys. So it's a great easy way for me to catch up on what's going on with the people that are not jewelers and to start commenting and liking and participating in their activity, continuing to tell that algorithm that these are valuable relationships, because now I'm not having to sort through and filter through all sorts of other posts. It really kind of consolidates things. So that's kind of a nice feature right here, are the friends lists. Now that's just on your personal timeline, so I encourage you to take some time and create some lists. The next thing I want to talk about are the VIP groups. So let me jump over there. Okay, and I want to give you some great ideas here on how to utilize some features in your VIP group. Now, everyone runs their VIP group in different ways, and that's perfectly fine. For me, my VIP group is exclusively for my top customers, the hostesses I've had in the last year. That's it. There are no people who've never had a purchase with me in here. There are not jewelers in this group, so it's a pretty exclusive group, and I treat this group as, when I call them my VIPs, they do really get some perks that others don't. They are first dibs on all my sample sales. I give them a flash sale every Friday that no one else gets to take advantage of. They get free shipping on items 3 or more. So they get perks for being in this group that other people outside of this group don't have. All of my other things, like my tips, my trends, all of my funny stuff, my contests, all of that's run on my business page. It's kind of like going to the airport. I can go to the airport and get on any plane I want to. It's public in that sense, right? That's what my business page is. It's public. But when I get to the airport, if I wanted to go into that secret little lounge where they offer the free food and drinks before your flights that only the top flyers get to go into, I have to do something to earn my way in there, and so that's not for everyone. And that's how my VIP group is. It's like that little lounge in the airport. So that's how I choose to run my VIP group. Now, within my VIP group, I think I have 96 people, and I can see that right here. So when you have a group, whenever you have new members that come into your group, you will have, hey, you've got this little notification. You have 3 new members this week. Write a post. And so if I clicked on write a post, I can welcome them, right? And it tags these people in the post. So I can include a picture, I can, let them know what to expect in this group, and I also give them all the link as the reminder to my business page to tell them what goes on at my business page and how it's different than what happens here in my VIP group. But it does tag them, so that's a nice little shout out to them. So every week you should welcome your new members. It's just a nice way of being recognized. Everyone likes to be recognized. Now, within that 96, of course, not everyone is active. And I want to show you, before I jump into where to find it in this group, I want to show you what I'm talking about. You're going to find that just like with your personal timeline, if people are not actively engaging with your content, it's not that they're not interested, and it's not that they are not participating. Well, they are not participating. It's not that they're not interested. It's really more likely that they're just not seeing it, right? Because if the behavior, the algorithm is being fed by the behavior. So if people are not commenting, liking, participating in any way, they are still part of the group. It's just that when you post things, it's not showing up in their newsfeed. And I want to give you a great example of this and how to see how this works for you. So let's jump back to our main Facebook page for just a second. And right back where we saw friends list, just above that is the word groups. When you select groups, this is going to pull up for you at the top it says groups and discover. So groups, look under the groups section and scroll down to the area where it says your groups. These are all of the groups that you are a member of. And I think if you look through the list, you will be shocked to see how many groups you are a part of. And you're a member of all those groups, but I'm willing to bet you probably only see posts from about 4 or 5 of them, because those are the 4 or 5 that you're engaged with on a regular basis. These others, if you clicked on them, you would find they've made posts, there's content in there that you haven't seen, and it's only because your behavior has told the algorithm you want to be a part of the group, but you don't really want to know what's going on in the group. So unless you start participating, then you're just a member. You're not an active participant. So our goal in this exercise is to identify the people in our VIP groups who are the dormant people, and let's resurrect them. Okay, so we go back to the VIP group, and here's this area I really want to focus on. On the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to see where it says Group Insights. Click on Group Insights, and you will see some great information. It's going to tell you you can change up this time frame, right? 7 days, 28 days, 60 days, whatever you want it to be, and it will show you how your growth has happened. So 6 new members. The posts, comments, and reactions for this group is down 47%. So we've had 70 posts, comments, and reactions, which is down. And it will also show you who your top contributors are, which is pretty cool. Okay, so with your top contributors, if I click on this to see it'll tell me who it is and what kind of activity they've had. Okay, so these are the people and this is their activity. Okay, so they've had comments and all sorts of things. So the one thing I would encourage you to do is, of course, reward the people who are your top contributors, whether it's once a week, once a month, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you are acknowledging and recognizing them for participating in your business, all right? Because the more you do that, the more they're going to respond and continue to react. You also see where it says download the details, so you can keep an Excel spreadsheet. Let me show you what that looks like. All right, and your Excel spreadsheet, your top contributors are only going to list your top 10. Your Excel spreadsheet will list any activity that has happened over that date range. So here I have 23 people contributing over the 28-day period, and it tells you who they are and how many times they were commenting on things. All right, so this gives you a great starting point to figure out. You have a list of who is active in your group just based on their commenting. So from this information, I then will make my list and say, well, who's not participating then? So if I go over here and click on my members, it will show me my list of my members, all of the members here. To make it easy, I can click on this little drop down arrow and have it sort them alphabetically so I can see who are all these people that are in my group, and I can cross-check it with that spreadsheet to see who is not on that list. So for example, Amy Staines, I have a recent post from her, but Amy Weddle, I haven't seen her mention anything in a while. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send Amy Weddle a private message. And the text message is certainly fine, but I've always found it to be far more effective to send a video or a voice recording, something where they can really hear my desire and my passion and my excitement, and it really usually is something that they will respond to. So let me show you an example of what I recently sent. Okay, so that gives you one idea of how to identify who in your group is active, acknowledge them, reward them, and then who in your group has been dormant, and a strategy to invite them back. Give them a reason to come back to the group. You can also send your customers an email with a link to your VIP group if you have them segmented in that way that they're already in your VIP group, just inviting them to come back in and participate. But I think the private message, you'll find far greater reaction to that than anything else. All right, so that's for your VIP group, welcoming your new members, acknowledging those who are participating, and then also reaching out to those. Now that you can figure out who's been quiet for a while, reaching out to those. And just do a few at a time, a few a day. It'll make a huge difference in the activity in your group. Now, let's jump over to our business page and see what we can do there to start breathing some new life. All right, so over here on a business page, which is a public page, it's not quite as easy as it is on a VIP page, or excuse me, VIP group, to identify the people, but it is possible. So first and foremost, we're going to follow the same philosophy. We want to welcome the new people, and we want to have some shout outs there and get some engagement going. So when you are on your business page, if you go to the far right where it says settings and click on settings, and you go down on the left hand side to where it says people and other pages, and just click on this. This will give you a listing of every single person who has liked your page. And just know you're going to have an assortment of people that are customers, people that are friends, people that are other jewelers, people from other countries, depending on how the privacy settings are set on your public page. So you're going to have all kinds of things going on. So if you're trying to really identify who has liked your page in the last week and give them some acknowledgement, because maybe they're on your page but not your VIP group, which is great. Okay, so we want to make sure that they continue to participate on your page. Now, you're not going to be able to get the kind of reporting that shows how many people have made comments and the top people like that on this page. You're not going to be able to get that kind of reporting. But I think if you will try this, go to people who've liked your page, you can see by date. So if you are doing this every week, right? If I said, okay, well, for this week, I've got these 2 new people, and I'm going to give them a special public shout out and acknowledgement, and thanking them for being a fan of this page, and remind them I am here to serve you, and here's the type of stuff you're going to find here. And I can private message them and send them a quick thank you with maybe a shop $10 off on me, and hold on to it for this month. It expires this month, and just as just a nice thank you for coming over and being a fan of your page. So you could do a monthly drawing of everyone who's become a fan of your page this month, do a weekly acknowledgement. There's all sorts of different things you can do. The more you can recognize people personally, with intentionality and with a plan, the more effective that interaction is going to be on your business page. So go to settings, go down here to people and other pages, and that is how you're going to find who are your new people on your page, and make sure that you are putting some time into acknowledging them, either on the page itself, but also in a private message, which again, you can make a quick little video and send their way, along with a little coupon that perhaps you've made as an image that you can attach. So I just want to encourage you to not give up on this place, because you really can have a lot of great, authentic, organic, because the nice thing about being a direct seller, right, when all this is happening with Facebook, because we're focusing on a much smaller audience, it really does allow us to provide a greater level of personalized service. Because I can assure you, if I were going over to the Target page or to the Lowe's home improvement page, no one is going to be acknowledging or recognizing or thanking me for being a fan of the page in such a personal way. And when we are able to be personal like that, people will continue to come back and refer, which is how you continue to grow your audience. So guys, I hope that those tips are going to be helpful for you as you are navigating with the new algorithm that's going to be coming out. It really doesn't affect us as much as it does much larger businesses, but I think with just these few little tips of tweaking a few little things and different ideas about how to reach out in a very personal way to our customers and our hostesses, you will have a wonderful presence on Facebook. One that you will enjoy and one that your audience will enjoy. So I wish you all the best of luck, and if I can help in any way, please don't hesitate to let me know. See ya.